Hello and welcome back. This time, let's talk a little bit about the terminal. If you're learning the terminal and you're new to Linux, and you're not sure what you're doing, stop where you're at right now. Don't do it. Go into your package manager, open it up. Yeah, there we go. And get yourself VirtualBox. Now, install this. I can't express strongly enough how this is going to save you from wrecking your bare bones installation. If you're learning and you don't know exactly the commands you're typing in and you're copying off of Billy Bob Joe's website, 90% of the time you can fire up a VM and try it out in there. Now, there are some exceptions like Xset, unless there's an option that I'm not thinking of with VirtualBox that allows Xset to control the lights on your keyboard. God, I'm saying too many times. Sorry about that. I'm trying to formulate my thoughts here. Because with Xset, let me back up in there. Get this back open. Let's clear this out. Now, in my regular machine, that command will turn on my LED lights. And this will turn off the LED lights on my keyboard. Using that as an example, if you're copying from a website, and you're new and you're not exactly sure what you're doing, like I said, stop. Don't do it to your bare bones system. Go in, get VirtualBox, take your installation of whatever distribution you choose, and load it up into the VirtualBox. And then try it out in there first. A lot of developers will work within a virtual environment when they're developing to work the kinks out of programs or trying out new programs, see if it's going to work with this or work with that, and it prevents them from wrecking their system. With that being said, I can speak from experience. I have wrecked my system more times than I care to remember. I'm getting up there in the years, and you could probably quadruple my age and then times that by 2, and you still wouldn't touch how many times I've wrecked my system. And then I've had to pave a nuke because I couldn't work my way back out of it. And it takes a while to do. You take a live USB, throw it in there, have a backup drive, go back, get your stuff off of there, put it on the backup drive, and then reboot and fresh installation and all your programs, everything that you've gotten used to and you like, and your desktop being set up the way it is, gone. You have to reset it all up again. And that gets annoying and old after a while. Now, it took me quite a while to realize that there was a better way to do it. And this is how, on programs that I don't know, when I'm like, oh, hey, that's... when I run across something on the internet, I'm like, oh, hey, that sounds pretty cool. Let's try that out. And I've done that several times, and yeah, it crashed and burned my system. One time it deleted my root directory. Yeah, that website no longer exists. That was years ago. It was somebody's joke. And it was a hard lesson learned. And then I found virtualization about 5 years ago, I think it was. And I started using it. It wasn't perfect. It was buggy and crappy, and but things develop, they get better. And like I said, if you're learning, do it in a virtual environment and then try it out on your system. And to prove that I'm in a virtual environment right now, I'm gonna hit the host key, the host F key, which is in VirtualBox is the right control key and the F. And that's called this. Minimize this. I'm on Kubuntu. The arrows I'm running. Now, you can clone the system. And before you try anything, I recommend you clone it. See, I can't clone it because I'm actually running it right now. Now, hold on. Let stop this bad boy. Come on, come on. No. It's really sensitive. Okay, let's power you off. Alright, now I can clone it. Before you make any changes, go down to where your VM is, right click on it, clone it, click next, full clone. At least I do a full clone. I've never tried the link clone. And now it's going to take a few minutes to get that done. And we'll be right back after that's done. Okay, and we're back. Now, here's Kubuntu. And if you go down to the bottom, you should see Kubuntu clone. Or whatever you named your VM. It'll say, if you named it Gentoo, it'll be Gentoo clone. Ubuntu, Ubuntu clone, Kubuntu, Kubuntu clone. Anyways, I just wanted to pass some words of wisdom off because I just seen a video on another Linux channel and it gave me an idea to, pass on some knowledge that I've learned to help newer people avoid some very bad pitfalls from them having a very bad day when they go to try a command. They think it's safe and it turns out not to be safe and totally nukes their system. And they don't know how to fix it. The only way to fix it is nuke and pave. So, alrighty. Y'all have a good day, good night, wherever you're at, and stay safe. Alright. Future Steve here. Another thing that VMs are good for, if you're learning your system and you want to poke around with it and see what things will do, but you're afraid of breaking it, and you don't want to go through the trouble of having to reinstall, obviously. Doing it in a virtual environment is probably the best thing for you. I've learned quite a few things in the running Linux in a virtual environment. Like, don't mess with your Etsy folder on your bare bones system. But if you want to mess with it, Etsy in a VM, clone it and have at it. Just to see what happens. Poke the bear, so to speak. That way you learn something. Learn how it works. Heck, you may like learning so much about Linux, you might end up in the industry making 3 figures, Who knows? Anywho, figured I'd put another tip out there. Back to the regular scheduled program. I am out of here. I gotta stop watching Miyamoto